Hello. How's everyone? William is Fizzk. Hello. Well, as much as I would like to continue on with Fuga, I might as well just take today's stream to make the tier list. At least, like, you know, get all the files ready for it. Just because I might be busy tonight, so I actually might not have enough time to actually get all the assets for the tier list. So I might as well just do a card review today. We get a preemptive look at all the cards, and then we can put it on the Smasher Pass tomorrow. But I guess everyone can have like a quick opinion on each card at least. So that'd be nice. Oops. There we go. Just do like this. Might be too big. I might have to make it smaller, but hey, okay. Wheel. Wheel first. E3. Nice. Alrighty. Let me get the card library open, so at least I can prepare that ahead of time. Very good. Daily pack pull first, as always. Oh right, I need this in a separate tab. Yeah. That way I don't have to keep I don't have to keep going back and forth between funky music and not funky music, because that is very, very strange. Especially with the way Spotify works. If I'm tabbed out, it doesn't go through the ad. It's annoying. But anyways. Yeah, I'm definitely going to make the text a bit smaller, but that's okay. It's still readable. I won't make it too small, but okay. Oh my gosh, Funky, you're gonna love the new set. At least with Forestcraft. We get to see more of your relatives. It's amazing. Oh, dang. Traptrix Lover! Hi, Traptrix Lover! Oh, on a different account this time. Is new set tomorrow? Yes. New set is tomorrow. More monkey? Yeah, more monkey. Not just one, but two. Hey, there's a lot new monkeys now. Like, what the heck is happening? But yeah, let's go. Let's start through neutral first. Hold on. This one. There we go. Oh, what the? Why is it like this? I mean, that's fine. Might as well just present all of these first. Sure. It is kind of annoying how to do it like this, but it's whatever. Pull up the pic on your Discord, rate your tat. Yeah, I saw it. Hold on. Let me... Open media link? Media link. Oh, Jesus. Why is that so huge? It looks nice. Tree. Dead tree. With a bunch of skulls. And just entirely on, at least the face of the arm. Is this from a specific thing? Or is it just a tree? Like, I thought like maybe it's a reference to a specific tree, but I do not know. The black parts and the highlights were bad, otherwise it wasn't too bad. Alright, how painful was it? From a scale of 1 to 10. I'm assuming that it's on the arm. I don't think it shouldn't hurt that bad. However, because it's a lot bigger, right? So, right, obviously it would take longer. Yggdrasil and Berserk. Got it. Okay, Yggdrasil I can definitely see. Yeah. I haven't seen Berserk, so I do not know. Like a 1.5 till the end, white parts were like definitely an 8. Oh. 8 hours! Jeez. I mean, that's to be expected, but like, holy shoot. That is crazy. But hey. That's great! Okay. Alright, so now all the new cards came out. Or at least we can see the cards. The cards aren't actually in the game yet. That's tomorrow. But I thought I would at least have a card review and like my opinion of these cards. I did already like take a glimpse of it like this morning. Right, this morning I did like a rough quick overview of the cards. I didn't like sit down and really dissect it, so I have a general gist and like my first opinions on stuff, but like once I get into the weeds of it, maybe my opinion might change. Are we smash and passing today? No, we're doing that tomorrow. I'm just using today for I'm just using today just to do card reviews on like how I feel about each cards, and just theory crafting of what new decks might come up. And yeah, I'm also using the opportunity just to grab all the picks right now. So that's literally what I'm doing. But yeah. Okay. Do you see the second exchange leader? Yes. Nagachiyo. Great. Amazing. A really cute alt art. Oh my god, it's so cute. I love it. But we'll get to it because it's gonna be there. Okay, I need to. Oh shoot, I need to prepare a folder first, so I have a place to put all the cards. Hold on. Revenants of Azvaldt. Go open this folder. Save image in this folder. Thank you. What's this card called? Sure. Oh, I don't even need to save this card. What am I doing? This isn't even a follower. Ah, never mind. Okay. Alright, first card. 2 play points. Spell. Add a copy of a random allied follower destroyed this match with the highest base cost to deck without revealing it. Draw a card. This is ass. The fact that it makes a copy in your deck. Like, not even to your hand, but to your deck? This is ass. This isn't a good card. Especially, what is it? It's, destroyed. Right? Not even, like, a random allied follower played, but destroyed. Like, you have to wait until that thing dies. And then you can play this. It's too slow. It's way too slow. Supposed to combo the new invoke? Ugh. I guess. But that takes too long. Like, I know what the new invoked you're talking about. Right? I mean, I might as well just show it here. Right? Which is great. You invoke it. But I don't know. You still need to wait another turn to get it back. Because it invokes at the end of turn. Right? So, if, let's say you did turn 9, right? You play Zerael. He has to die first. So you have to wait. Right? He dies on your opponent's turn. You play Initiation of Rebirth. And then at the end of that turn, you get Zerael back. But then, you know, it's not on field because you have to wait till end of turn. And then your opponent has like a free turn of whatever. And then you have to wait, right? Gets back to your turn to then play it again. It seems way too slow. It's way too slow. I also feel like it's not good with Sandalphon either. Just because, like, Sandalphon... Sure, you revive him, but then... Right, one, he has to die first. Which is not likely. Because you're playing Sandalphon as a finisher. Right? You don't preemptively play him. And especially since he costs us 6... Like, that's definitely not going to be your highest base cost in your deck. Like, you have better, higher base cost. Yeah, it's literally just the destroyed part is the biggest downside. It's too slow. It's way too slow. Just waiting for the thing to be destroyed. It can't, man. It just can't. But anyways. That's why I feel like this card is definitely bait. It's not... If only they changed this, it would be so much different. It'd be so much more different. Anyways. What about the guy that makes you take double damage Beelzebub? That's with Portal. Well, then again, why wouldn't you just play more copies of Beelzebub? Right? Because even back then, right? Egg played 2 of them? And that's it. Like, you don't need to play anymore. Because, once again, it's too slow. And not only that, Beelzebub isn't good anymore. Because, yeah, Egg is gone. So, Portalcraft doesn't even use Beelzebub. They have no need for him anymore. So, yeah, unfortunately, as much as, you would think of a bunch of cards to combo this with, it just can't because it's too slow. Like, if you could combo it on the same turn that you played this, that'd be great. However, you can't. So that's unfortunate. Highlander I can definitely see. Yeah, that's possible. Right, because once that follower is destroyed, right, you can put it back into your deck and draw a card. I can see that. Next. I do have no idea what the heck this card... What the heck is this? Okay, well, this is the first follower, so I need to put this guy on. Was it Warden? Warden. This guy's weird. I don't like him. Fanfare added Jailer, but don't worry, we'll see what Jailer does. Deal X damage to 2 random enemy followers, where X is the number of neutral cards in your hand. So this expects you to run multiple neutral cards. And then evolve recover 1 play point, like that's nothing. Evolving to recover only 1 play point kind of sucks. Because you're playing him on 5, you recover for 1, and then... Like, I understand it's meant to be comboed with the Jailer that they just added. Because, what is it? The Jailer has an Accelerate 1, right? So that's the whole reason behind it. But the part of the dealing X damage, where X is the number of neutrals in your hand, that just depends on the deck. Right? Like, are you running multiple neutral cards? Because even then, with the current state of the game, no one's really running neutral cards. Like, not a lot that Warden could really make use of. Like, you would need to have a big hand of a bunch of neutral cards in hand. Because, like, what would be a good number for this? To deal X damage to 2 random enemy followers. Right, let's say you want to match with, like, Unleashed. Right? So you want 4. Like, would you really want 4 neutral cards in hand rather than like 4 actual your craft? Like, there ain't no way, man. It's a bad card, no question here. Exactly. Who's the girl who adds 10 of herself? Is she a neutral? Oh, Linkle? No. Linkle's ruined. Alright, next. Jailer. I honestly think Jailer might be playable. But not for his... not for being a follower. I feel like he's playable for being the spell. Being a 1 playpoint spell to deal 2 to random any follower, I feel like that could honestly be pretty good. Especially since, well, there's a bit of a, a bit of a spoiler because, like, I already saw the other cards anyways. But, like, Forest Craft could really use it, right? Because it's a 1 playpoint spell to help with combo. And then, Swordcraft can also use this as well. As a 1 playpoint spell to reduce the countdown of flags. So honestly, not bad. Not bad. 1 playpoint deal 2 is underwhelming when 3 is base standard. That is true. Yeah, 3 is the pretty common standard. But that's why this is kind of... I can see it being used to combo with the other classes just for like this... Just for, like, a cheap 1 playpoint spell. Obviously, I don't think it's gonna be, like, a 3 of. Like, ain't no way. But, like, I can definitely see this maybe being, like, a 2 of. Just for, like, early 1 play... Or whatever. As a follower, it's okay. I mean, a 6/6 ward is not bad. So like an enemy follower deal 6 is pretty, also not bad. And then dealing 2 to a random unselected is also really weird. This is a weird thing to add. I don't know why this is here. Now, he's just a big ward guy. He can attempt to kill 1 guy. And if there's a weak guy to the second, like, who knows. I can definitely see this being played more for his spell rather than this follower. But yeah. Next. This is weird. 7 play points for this is a bit too much. Select 2 other allies on the field, giving them +3/+3. That's great. Like, the buff is good. It's just he costs too much. Why is he a 7? Why is he 7? I don't understand. Like, exactly what are you supposed to combo with this man? Like, what? 3 play... Oh, she. It's a girl. Is this a girl? Yeah, okay. I'm assuming. It. Whatever it is. Yeah, I don't even know what you're supposed to combo this with. Like, yeah, you hope something sticks on board. Or you do have to combo with 3 play point. I don't even know what you could do with this. 2 quick bladers! I mean, that'd be pretty great! What a combo! But barely anyone saves quick bladers. Like, when the moment you have it in your hand, you're playing it. It'd be really funny, though. Anyways. Back to this amulet. I mean, I said this before. I don't think it's good. Mainly just because it costs 8. That's like the biggest problem. Cause like, think about it. If you're like, if you have 8 play points, you're not playing this. Like, almost every deck, right, with like 7+ play points, right, you're slamming like a big thing, right, and like making big boards, this doesn't do anything. Like, if you play it on 8 and then you just have this amulet on the board and that's it. And then sure, what is it? End of turn, it can destroy itself, summon 4 guys. And then once again, you just wait. So it really depends on what your opponent does. If you drop this and don't die immediately, you deserve to win automatically. Exactly! Right, because on 8 play points, you play this, it doesn't do anything for your board. Especially since it expects you to keep up with tempo. Like, turn 1, you do a 1 drop. Turn 2, you do a 2 drop. Turn 3, you do a 3 drop. Like, that's, in itself, very difficult to do. Right? I don't think any deck can do that perfectly. Like, ain't no way. Especially since some decks have weird play point cards that, like, they don't really have a good play point to fit in for some of these base costs. Which is also another thing I realized looking at the new cards. They purposely try to fill in like certain slots. Like for 6. Like 6 play points is like the biggest thing. Like before this set comes out, I can't really think of any good 6 base cost anything in any deck. I'm like, I don't even know. Is there one? Like, I have no idea. I can name specific ones for other ones, just not 6. 6 is such an awkward number. Tetra? Okay. But you're not playing that early, though. You know what I mean? Adahim is a 6? Why'd I always think she was a 7? Vasaralika is a 6, right? I think so. Yeah, maybe this is just an Abyss card. Who knows? Anyways. Oh, right. And then we have Zerial. We briefly talked about it, but... Another Invoke. Once again, wants you to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 8. He's a 9, 9, 9. Fanfare deals something with 9, and then he has Intimidate. This is very, very weird. Like, now they're giving everyone this Intimidate. Honestly, this just feels like Ramp Dragon is probably just gonna grab it. Not for the Invoke, but just because of Intimidate. I don't even know. Kinda sad that he only deals with one thing, though. Right, select an enemy follower. Select one enemy follower and deal at 9. Like, even Beelzebub gets rid of 2. Right? Zeri only gets rid of 1. Well, I mean, I guess makes sense because he has Intimidate. I mean, yeah. I mean, like, Willness wants this... Dragon would rather want Willness anyways. Because Willness can, theoretically, right, get rid of 3 things. Right, Fanfare, he hits something for 6. Evolve, do it again. And then because he's evolved, you can smack into another thing. Right, he clears 3 bodies. Zeri only does essentially 2 if you want to evolve them. But if you're playing Dragon, like, you don't want to evolve this guy. Like, you want to save your evolves for something else. So, yeah. Oh, I need to grab him. Alright, Zerial. Thank you, Zerial. Okay, cool. That's enough of neutral. So far, the only thing that might possibly we'll see play is maybe Jailer, just because of his Accelerate. Okay. Next is Forest. And I remember briefly going through these, and I'm like, it's just Theste support. We love Theste support. Okay, but first we gotta see the monkeys. Monkeys! Is it this one? Yes! Monkeys! Primate plotters! Like all these little monkeys. And then when he evolves, there's like one giant monkey. Like what the heck? Look at these monkeys. But yeah, he's a bad card. Yeah, what is it? Add an exact copy of a random card in your opponent's hand to your hand without revealing. Evolve, replicate it. I don't know why we're just stealing cards from other people, but okay. But I guess that's what the monkeys do. The fountain is actually just you. Okay. But then there's the other one. Where is it? There it is. Jungle Youth! Look at monkey! It's a 7/10/8 with Intimidate. Like, what the... Why is Forestcraft getting Intimidate? What is happening? Like, I don't understand. Like, wasn't Intimidate supposed to be, like, mainly a Dragoncraft thing? That's kind of what it was in the beginning, right? Like, barely anything had Intimidate. It was Dragoncraft that had most of it. Now Forest is getting Intimidate? What the heck? It's so random. Like, I don't understand. It's a ChatGPT card. Yep. It's so weird. Especially, like, they, what is it? They broke the, like, regular, like, card standards, right? Like, typically, right, it's 1 play point 1/1s, 2 play points 2/2s, 3 play points 3/3s, right? And then, like, you can still mix and match stats as long as it's still, like, the same total, right? So, like, 2 play point 2/2s could still be 2 1/3s or, like, 3 1s, right? Because as long as it's still, you know, the same base total, the same cumulative total. But what the heck is this? It's just clearly overstated with a keyword. Like, what the heck? Like, not a base vanilla 7/7. It's a 10/8 with Intimidate. What the heck is that? What are they doing? Anyways. Is that Funky in the middle? He's holding the banana. Oh my god. I don't even know what the heck this is supposed to... What the heck, man? Wait, they have names? Who's really? Who the heck is really? Okay. Anyways, I'll start at the beginning. Alright, Spreading Initiate. Oh, let me get this. I'll just say it's called Sprout. Fanfare, combo 3, draw a card, 1/1 rush. I mean, it's great. It's 1 play point with rush, so it's essentially a fairy. But if you do reach the combo 3, you can just draw a card. Yeah, if you need to use it early to help your combos go off, you can also just use it for that. Yeah, great. Combo 3. They know Theste sucks. I know, which is why I'm actually grateful for this set. Like, they really just made Magachio to be like, okay, this is obviously supposed to synergize with Theste. Because Theste really needs help. So I'm actually, I hope Theste becomes a thing. Because I want Buff Forest to be a thing. I saw the potential. I really hoped it actually popped off. I'm sad that it didn't. And now I hope it pops off again. Please! Anyways. Really's probably the little boy's gorilla dad. That means the kid is the 10/8. The gorilla is stronger. Okay. Gosh. Alright, Leaf Shadow Assassin. Fanfare, add a fairy to hand. Combo 3, give it Bane. Once again, it's a good 2/2. And on Fanfare, you just add a fairy. Giving it Bane for like late game, mid game, late game is good too. But yeah, also just good early as well, right? It's a 2/2, gives you a fairy. Not bad, pretty good. Vivid Lieutenant. Oh, not Vivid. Virid. Virid. I thought it was another V. That's a R. This is the one card that is different compared to the other ones. Where in terms of like art style. Like usually when their base cards have a mask and then they evolve, they remove the mask. This is the complete different. Like the complete opposite. On base, she has no mask, but when you evolve her, she then has a mask. Like what the heck? Usually it's the other way around. Very strange. But anyways. 2, 1, 3, combo 3, draw 2. Great, you can draw more cards. Hooray. Which obviously it kinda needed. Cause like yeah, if you're gonna keep comboing off, right, then you need to draw the cards. On evolve, select ally following field, give ++1 and rush. That's kinda random. I don't really know why this is here. Because I'm assuming you'd want to spend your evolve for something else rather than this. So I'm not exactly sure why it has this. But anyways. Also nothing! Hi nothing! Hi hi! You all are having a smash or pass it in tag? No, we're not. Not yet. That's tomorrow. Yeah, we're just reviewing the cards today. We're doing the smash or pass tomorrow. Also, Riversum! Hi Riversum! Hi hi! How are you? Yeah, it just seems like Virid Lieutenant. Oh my god, the Spotify ad. Hold on. Yeah, it seems like Virid Lieutenant seems to only being yeah, its use is just to draw 2 cards. I don't know if this evolve is going to be useful whatsoever. I mean, maybe, but I doubt it. Ugh. Very situational. Verdant Ring Kindred. Select a mode, combo 3, and activate all of them instead. Deal 4 to a random enemy follower. Not bad. Adding a Deepwood Bounty and Fairy to hand. Now that's pretty good. Because this helps enable future turns to get your combo 3 easier. Yeah, because I was also thinking like, oh, what 0 playpoint cards are there like in Forest? And I'm like remembering what Shadowverse Classic did. And I was like, oh, they had like Fairy Wisp, right? They're like 0 playpoint fairies, essentially, right? Because I think they get rid of themselves at the end of turn, I think. Kind of like a puppet. But then I was like, are they going to give them Fairy Wisp? And then I was like, oh, I totally forgot about Deepwood Bounties. I'm like, oh yeah, there's 0 playpoint restored defense. So I was like, okay. And then I was thinking like, oh, I might need to like look up what other cards that give Deepwood Bounties. Because like who knows, they might play more of those. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? Oh, we just saw the primate. Oh, I gotta add them. Hold on. Primate plotters. Gotta save that. Okay, Magachio herself. Magachio. Okay. If you were to count all the child cards in the game, do you think there'd be more or less than 100? There's probably more than 100. Probably. Magachio really, I mean, it's a good payoff. Nice. Regular fanfare, select an enemy follower, deal at 4. But the combo 3, it's everything is dealt 4. I'm like, wow, that's really good. Then on super, it gives it Storm. And I'm like, wow. And then obviously, like, you can already see the combo with Theste. You're like, okay, so Theste, right, you use her crest to buff everything. When you do draw the Magachio, she can board wipe, super, and then Storm. Right, so like, she's literally the finisher. Does that make sense? Could you make a viable child-only deck? Make that into a YouTube video? Possibly. Who knows? Which craft can best exploit kids? Oh god. And then the alt art. Oh my god, it's so cute. It's Magachio with her son, but like, it's Hien as a baby. He's so cute. He's a little baby boy. It's so adorable. I love this. Amazing. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me actually use this card frame just so I remember that it's an alt art. It's so cute. It's you and Juan. It's great. Oh my god, so cute. See, now I'm also like concerned because like if I were to like if I was pulling packs and I got the Magachio exchange ticket, like would I want leader or this alt art? Like I don't know. I usually always go for leader. But like this alt art is so good. Like I love it so much. So I'm like, oh, it's tough. Alright, next. Trap in the Woods. I found this really funny. You pick leader because Force is starving? Oh, that's true. It's actually just a trap. Yeah, this is literally just a trap. Whenever an enemy follower enters the field, destroy it. That's great! It's literally Yu-Gi-Oh! It is! What is it? It's Trap Hole. Right, when you're... when your enemy normal summons their follower, it dies. Yeah, oh, what if Xenophon invokes? Oh, that's a good question. Oh, hey, I've got a Q&A, a freaking last questions here. If my opponent summons multiple followers at once, such as Advent of the Eldsword, while there's a trap in the woods on my field, how many summoned followers will be destroyed? Only the first one will be destroyed. Okay, no kidding. But that's true, yeah. How would this interact with Invoke? Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, my guess is that it does get destroyed, but I actually don't know. That's a good question. I guess it depends, right, on how effects resolve, right? Do you want to test it? Well, that's a problem. We can't. The cards, they come out tomorrow. I mean, we can test it tomorrow, sure. Tomorrow we can test it. But as of today, we do not know. It should destroy Sandalphon with a question mark? Yeah, we have no idea. My guess is like with fanfare is that the fanfare effect will still work, but then the follower dies. Right, because it doesn't negate anything. Yeah, who knows? Not exactly sure how this works. You saw a test with Udius and it doesn't take damage. Oh, wow. But Psygames can't code properly. No, they can. Because, like, I don't know if you ever read some of their frequently asked questions. There was one where it was talking about, what is it? Like an amulet being destroyed that summons guys, and then invoke for Sandalphon. Right? And then knowing how that works, right? And, like, which one activates first, and then like there's a whole thing, right? I need to read it again, but there is a specific chain of like how things resolve, but they resolve in a really weird way though, right? Because like despite something being destroyed, it doesn't fully resolve the thing just yet, right? There's like a lingering effect that happens after. It's very weird. I kind of wish they did explain it. Right, because I really like these kind of ruling things, right? I'm like a big rule Andy kind of person. Because I always like the inner workings of how they do card games and stuff like this. One of the things I keep forgetting is which one counts down first? Crest or amulets on the field? From what I remember, I'm pretty sure crest countdowns first. And then amulets. I think. I hope. Gosh. But anyways, that's enough of that though. But yeah, Trap in the Woods. Right. I think it's not bad. I think it's pretty good. 3 play points isn't too bad, especially since, like, you're not going to be playing this early, right? Like, you're most likely playing this card late game, right? So then, knowing what your opponent is playing, right? Like, you play this and then you're like, haha, now I can play around certain things, right? Like, for example, like, yeah, like Caesar, right? Like, if it's turn 7 and, like, you're going to play Chop in the Woods, you're like, well, I can at least deny, like, a big Caesar kind of thing. Or against Dragon as well, right? Where, like, if it's turn 10 and you're like, okay, well, I can at least somewhat deny Urts kind of thing. Yeah, I guess it really depends. But yeah. Crimson Incense. Active is in hand. At the end of a turn, combo 3, reduce the cost of this card by 1. Select an enemy card, enemy follower on the field, destroy it, draw a card. Not bad. I guess the downside is, like, how long are you going to be keeping this in your hand? Because, like, obviously, if this was, like, it went all the way down to, like, 0 or 1 cost, that'd be pretty good. Or even 2 is actually pretty good, too. Right? Either 0, 1, or 2. But, like, 4 and 3 might be a bit too much. But it really depends on, yeah, how long do you think you're going to be having this in your hand? They should have made this a 2 cost? Oh, definitely not. That'd be way too broken. Or if they made it a 2 cost, make it so it's not, like, you can't reduce the cost any further. It really depends on how long. It could be too slow, but it really depends. This one's a bit tougher to really assess, because maybe it is too slow. But then again, I guess it also depends on meta, right? Like, for example, like, if Dragon is really big of a problem of, like, playing, you know, a bunch of the storms and all that, like, then you would definitely want to run it. Yeah, it really depends. Well, I can definitely see this being played as, like, a 1 or 2 of. Like, 3, I feel like not a 3. But definitely I can see this being played as a 1 or 2. As a tech. To get rid of, like, single big things. Yeah, it is a good card for its archetype. I do agree. Yeah. Within the whole combo 3 thing, it is a good card. Because, like, yeah, how else are you supposed to deal big damage? And, like, get rid of, cards? Because a lot of your combo stuff, like, they're small things. So, like, this would be kind of your only way to get rid of big things. Oh, Jungle Youth we saw, but let me get that card. Youth. There we go. Finally, Hien. I don't know how to feel about this man. I feel like he might also just be bait too. Because what I don't like is that it's until end of turn. When I initially first read this, I thought it was permanent. I thought it was reduce the cost by 1, like, permanently, like, while it's in your hand. Until I read this. I was like, oh, it's temporary. Because I was like, oh, maybe he's like Bale, right? If you remember Bale. Right? Because, like, he kind of does the same thing, right? On Fanfare, he deals 4 damage to something. I was like, oh my god, it's just Bale. But then I'm like, wait a second. Until end of turn! So if you don't play it, then, like, the next turn he's back to being a 9 cost. I'm like, oh, that kind of sucks. So it really depends on, yeah, how many cards are you going to play? Can you play him after? That's great that his last words summon him back. But my biggest problem is, what is it? Because you're going to be playing Theste, right? Meaning that he's going to be buffed in deck. And then you grab him, he's big, sort of, right? So maybe a 7/7, right? But then afterwards, if he dies, he resets to being back as a 4/4. Like, he doesn't retain his buff stats. Having a lingering 4/4 isn't bad. That's also not bad. Yeah, it's really not that bad. It really depends on how... Like, if there was a way to play him earlier, that would be nice. Knowing that I basically have to wait till 9 play points to play him kind of sucks, right? And the only way to make to play it earlier is if I have Deepwood bounties in hand or Miroku, right? Those are the only two that can net positive reduce his cost to play him earlier. So it really depends. And that's also assuming you're playing a bunch of just 1 cost stuff, right, to reduce it 1 by 1. Because the moment you use like a 2 play point or 3 play point, then you skip over more times to reduce him, and then you can't play him anymore. So I honestly feel like he might be bait. I honestly don't feel like he's as good as I think he is. But then again, I could be wrong. So we'll just have to see.
Create the perfect playlist with Mix.
Okay, Spotify, I need you to shut up, please. I don't want to hear your ads. Ugh, that's tough. Okay, can I just close these without... Thank you. Okay, I realize I'm talking a bit too long. I kind of need to go through these a lot faster. Okay. He needs ward. Well, I feel like that's unfair then, right? Because if he has ward, that means every time you kill him and he comes back, he always has ward. So you can never hit the opponent's face ever again, unless you have a way to transform him or banish him. So ward would make him too broken. If they made him into a crest, that'd be nice. When he dies, you gain a crest to summon him back. I feel like that might be better. Anyways. Oh. I need to get Spotify back up. There we go. Okay, Open Sea Scout. 2/2/1, summon a flag. Evolve, add a gilded boost to hand. That's great that it summons a flag, because that's the whole deal with sword, with new sword. Control sword. I actually really want this deck to work, because I honestly like the idea of a control sword. I guess that's also just me being nostalgic, because Loot Sword was my very first deck that I played in Shadowverse Classic, and I had so much fun with it. Kind of sad that this thing costs 2 rather than costing 1. I also don't like the fact that you need to evolve it to get the gilded boots. That doesn't seem very good. Because compared to the other ones that are on the list, right? On Fanfare, they give you the spell. I don't know why I have to evolve this just for the boot. So knowing that, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna evolve this. I don't even know what the heck this thing is. What? Why is this here? Summon a Steelclad Knight and give it ward. In hand 6, summon 5 of them. What? Huh? What? What the heck is this for? Very weird. But okay. Whirlpool Gunner. There we go. Summon a flag, add a... See, this one adds a goblet to hand. That's great. And it even has Rush. Unlike Open Sea Scout. Anyways. Severed Ties. I can definitely see this being played. Especially since if it's for the control sword thing, right? Because every time you play a spell, it reduces the flag. Yeah, it reduces the countdown on the flag. So I could definitely see this being used. It's great that on, yeah, a 3 play point it deals 5, and then it becomes a 1 play point deal 5. It's great. I don't know if you really need this. Yeah, as like rally sword, they probably don't need this. You're right, they don't need it. But as control sword, they do. Just because, like, exactly how many spells do you need? Right, because like you would need a lot, especially since, like, you know, loot itself got rotated out. Like the loots that these cards give are kind of like the only way to get them now. And then the only other spell you can really think of is like the gold coins. Well, then again, it's also control sword, right? So like it's all about destroying your enemy followers while just setting up more flags. Because I feel like that's just what the gameplay is for control sword. It's you don't play a lot of followers because you're just filling up your board with flags, and then you just have a bunch of spells to erase your enemy's followers while also pinging your opponent for 2 damage every time. That's my guess. I hope it works out. I'm really sad if it doesn't. Anyways. Kindred Cavalry Woman. 4/5/5 Rush Ward. Okay. Yep. It's a guy, I guess, or a girl, but it's a card. Yep. No effects, just 2 keywords. Hooray. Ah, L'Age d'Or we already saw 2. Yeah, dealing 2 damage to all enemy followers isn't a lot. Dealing 4 is better. I don't know how I feel about on 6 play points to deal 4. I guess it really depends on, yeah, how big our follower is gonna be. Cause is 4 the new, like, the new baseline? Like 3 definitely was, and then maybe we might be stepping up to 4 now. Like, it really depends. Like, I would need to look at other cards. Like, any cards that, like, flood board or whatever. Like, exactly how much defense do they have? How do you pronounce it? I'm assuming it's French. Right? Like, thanks to the apostrophe. Right? That's why I say L'Age d'Or instead. Right? Because you're supposed to slur it in French. My little bit of French knowledge because I'm Canadian. But other than that, I actually have no idea. The Enhanced Sword, maybe? Unfortunately, Enhanced Sword is kind of dead, though. Like, the downside is the loss of Rosé. Because, like, Rosé really helped tutor Yedmetra if you didn't get it. And now there's no way to really tutor Yedmetra. You'd have to hope and pray that you grab it early. I feel like that's like the biggest downside with so many decks. Like also like seeing the Reaved Order nerf. Like tutors help so much. Like they really do help so much. Because without the tutor, the deck dies. Right? Like imagine playing Enhanced Sword and you didn't get Yedmetra early, and like you wait till like late game to get it. Like there's nothing you can do. Like it's so hard to make a comeback from that. Ain't no way. It's tough. Noobs complained and side games listened. That is kind of the sad thing, right? Like, I don't mind tutors. Just give it to every class or every craft, right? Like, you can't just make certain decks more consistent than others. Like, at least either make everything consistent or make everything not consistent. Which that's the road that Cygames is going for right now. They want everything to not be consistent. Anyways. Ferocious Commander. Oh, I can't spell. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Fanfare, summon 2 copies of Steelclad Knights, enhance 7, give them and this follower +3/+ON rush. Okay. Don't think anyone's really gonna run this. Because, I mean, on 7, you'd rather just play Caesar at that point. Anyways. Do you really think Rune players will keep playing Crystal? I feel like they'll try, but in vain. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. They'll try, but I don't think it's gonna work. The art is cool, because it's dog evolution. Oh, you're right! He has a dog head, but his hand is human. Oh no, maybe he's wearing gloves. Well, I mean, he has human fingers, right? He has 4 fingers. What the heck is this? That is actually really funny. Huh. Wag your tails for peace. They pledge their loyalty to preserve harmony and howl to keep the flames of war at bay. We are the guard dogs of peace. They fight not for any powers, but to defend the smiles of those with no fangs of their own. Okay. Smash. Okay, alright. Rough Water First Mate. I remember him being really good in Shadowverse Classic. Select an enemy on the field, deal 3, summon a flag, evolve, replicate it. Yeah, so you do another 3, make a flag. Right, so yeah, a thing that helps clear board. That's pretty good. Right, it comes a 5/5, ping 3, make 2 flags. Not bad. That's pretty good. Yeah, and then this Super Evolve is very weird. Add a Gilded Blade and Gilded Necklace to your hand, set their cost to 0. Huh? Why? That's so weird. Like, this isn't really something you'd think to Super Evolve. Especially since, like, oh, you add 2 things that are now 0 cost. So, like, okay, you can count down your flags by 2. It still has a countdown of 7. Right? Like, base 7, count down by 2, then it's 5. Like, that, what? Huh? Like, you're definitely not playing this Super Evolve and then next turn, like, Barbaros Super Evolve. Like, you're not wasting 2 supers like that. There ain't no way. Like, you're most likely using both your supers for Barbaros. I don't think you're gonna waste one on him. Ain't no way, man. Yeah, Super Evolve, yeah, exactly. Or Barbaros doesn't need Super Evolve. That's true. Yeah, it does. Yeah, Barbaros doesn't need Super, but you would like to, because it's extra, 1 extra damage. Yeah, Barbaros isn't a Super. It's just a regular Storm. Well, like, I don't know. I feel like it would have been better if it's Fanfare, like, deal 3 damage, summon a flag, get, like, maybe not a blade, but, like, a necklace, evolve, right? Maybe don't replicate it, but, like, the deal 3, summon a flag, but this time add a blade. And then supers, like, reduce all loot cards in hand to 0 or something. I feel like maybe they should have done something like that, rather than supering giving the spells. Because I feel like he should give the spells with his regular Fanfare. But I don't know. I definitely don't see this being used for a super evolve. At least I don't see it. Maybe, who knows. Barbaros we already saw. Barb. Great, she summons a flag, advances all of them by 5. Really great, and Storm. Amazing! And yeah, she does have an alt art. Her and her gang. There's Scout, there's Gunner, and there's First Mate in the back. It's kind of hard to see him, but he is there in the back. Alright, Barb alt. Good. Save. Nice. This was a mistake. Bro, what the heck? This card was definitely a mistake. I thought we were doing fine. When I saw the other cards, I was like, oh, everything is so thematic. What the heck is this? You're overreacting. Well, it's more like this doesn't fit in with the Barbaros game plan. Like, I thought that's what it was going to be. I thought at least the encroachers are going to at least somewhat be related to the main archetype. Right? Or at least it synergizes a bit. Right? Like what we got with Magachio, right? And Hien. Hien at least works well with Magachio, right? Because like they want to do a bunch of combos. And so then that also helps reduce Hien's cost and like possibly make him like short really low and then he can attack. But this? Balthazar has nothing to do with these flags. It's so weird. Or if anything, the only thing I can think of is you have 4 flags on board, on field, and then you can only play 1 follower. So who's the follower that you play? Balthazar. I don't understand. Why 2 attack it so low? Well, because he can attack 3 times per turn. That's the reason. So he's technically not a 2. He's a 6. And then obviously if you super him, then he's a 15. Like, bro, what the heck? Who thought of this? Why is this doing 15? If anything, don't give him Storm. Like, if he was really meant to just be a Bane Ward Aura, like, and then, like, meant to clear board, make him Rush. Why did they give him Storm? This is so weird. But I guess, like, the whole thing is, like, it's meant to be like it's awkward of when to play him. That is true. Because, like, when do you play him? Right? Like, when's a good time to play him? I mean, yeah, I feel like this is technically supposed to be the real finisher of the flags. Because if your game plan is Control Sword with a bunch of these flags, you'd already be chipping away at the opponent, and then having 15 Storm. Like, all you need to do is proc 3 flags, which is honestly really easy to do. So, like, I can definitely see the idea behind it, but it's also, like, it's overkill. 15 is way too much. That was definitely a mistake. I don't know, man. It definitely was a mistake. That's tough. Like, if they wanted it to keep in line with Albert, then yeah, make it 1 attack instead. Right? So then it'd be 12 instead of 15. Like, I'd be okay with 12. 12 is at least not that bad, right? Because Albert was, what, 14? Was Albert 14? No, Albert was 12, wasn't he? Shoot, I don't remember. God, man, it's been forever. Albert was in the very first set. He was gone for so long. I don't remember his stats anymore. Yeah, why does this man have to exceed Albert, though? Man. And make him 9 mana for better curve? Oh, God. I would definitely say, because of this card existing, a lot of other decks are going to be terrified. Like, anytime they fight against Sword... Like, you know how, like, before, when you're fighting against Sword, they're like, oh, right, yeah, 12 defense is... your benchmark, because you're like, oh, you gotta think of Albert, right? It's like, do they have Albert? If they do, they're gonna kill me, right? It's like, so I should heal at least above 12, or like make a ward that's that has more defense than Albert's AoE. But now with Balthazar, people are just gonna be scared of just being at 15. They're like, oh, I'm at 15 and I'm against Sword. Do they have Balthazar? Like, that's terrifying. He's worse than Albert if it makes you feel better. Ah, that's true. Right, because Balthazar at least doesn't board wipe. Although he still can be scary, because he can at least get rid of a ward? Like, attack 1 into ward, and then the other 2 into face. Which would be 11. Right, because on super, right, he has 5, but he crashes into a ward, that's 1 damage to leader. And then the extra 10. So, he could do at least 11 if your opponent does make a ward. So I guess it really depends. But yeah, I really hope this deck works out, because I like the theme. Even if it doesn't work out, it just might be my favorite playstyle. Who knows? Alright, Sephi. This is weird. I don't know what this is. 1 play point, add 3 copies of the treat summons. Sure. Spell boost, perhaps? Do they even need something like this, though? Like, I highly doubt it. Oh! Fuse material! Oh, you're right! Oh, I didn't even think of that! Ah, okay. Ah! Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, I was also wondering, I remember before, when this card first came out, I did talk about, it's difficult to know what cards to fuse with. Right? Because, like, you know, you already make your deck, and then, like, all the cards you'd want to play with, so then, like, how do you know what to fuse? Yeah, okay. Yeah. You can use this to fuse. Ah. That's pretty smart. Fun. Right. Here's a regular obsessed test subject. Yep. Will they play this? Like, as a 3-of? I'm assuming they still do, right? Because, like, I'm trying to think of, like, how Crystal Spawn did theirs. Because in the beginning, yes, we did main deck the Crystal Spawns. But then later on, then it's like, we don't even main deck them anymore. So then I'm thinking, like, do they have the same mentality for Obsessed Test Subject? But I don't think so. I think it really is, like, you want to reach that threshold of 5 as soon as possible. So you would still, like, have these in your main deck. Yeah, because I don't know. I've never played a test subject in Shadowverse Classic, so I actually don't know how they do it. Yeah, my guess is you do just run 3 of these. Oh, what am I doing? I gotta add to the list. Test. I'll just call it test. There we go. Okay. Noble Philosopher. You do a mulligan. I do remember. I remember reading this. I was like, wow. 3 play point fanfare, and then put your hand back into your deck and draw the same amount of cards. I don't think they need this. Magical Mallet. Yep. Well, Magical Mallet, you can choose which cards to put back. I guess it's more like, was it Reload? Yo, a bunch of these Yu-Gi-Oh references. It really is just Reload Magical Mallet. Great! Yeah, and in Yu-Gi-Oh, they don't they don't run those cards, and so therefore I don't think we're also running these either. Humane Love. Summon an obsessed test subject, give it +1/+0, add an obsessed test subject to your hand, and give it +1/+0. That's pretty good. Make an make a test subject, and also put one in your hand. Hooray! Enamored Researcher. Just say research. Okay. Fanfare summon 2 copies of test subject. That's great. Enhance 8, summon 3 instead. Give it ward. Definitely you can tell that the enhance is meant to be used when you already have the quest procced. So therefore, when you do play this on 8, there are 5/5s with ward, which is pretty good. Evolve, select an allied follower, give it Bane. Sure, maybe. I'm just trying to think of, like, you usually would want to give like a smaller one Bane rather than when it's already like a 5/5. Anyways. Good early and good late after Sephi Crest. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because one of them will gain Storm. So that is pretty good. Yeah, that's just 5 to face, and you get... Alright, and they all have Rush too. Right, so even though they're 5/5s with Ward, they can still help clear stuff. So that's pretty good. Ecstatic Scholar. Scholar? Scholar? Okay. Draw 2 cards, summon obsessed subject. Okay, it's great. You have your draw cards. Super Evolve if fused. Select an obsessed subject and give it Drain. I mean, this is their way to heal. Which is pretty not bad. Right, because you'd obviously want to use it on a test subject that already has the quest unlocked, so that's Drain for 5. Pretty good. Why Super Evo? It's because they're trying to limit Drain, which is good. Because after the whole debacle with Gilnelis, right, and everyone having Drain, right, like they know that they should have died down with the whole Drain thing, and like they had to make it restrictive. So I understand why they did this. So they made sure that like you can't just easily give your test subjects Drain, right? There's right 2 conditions actually. First is right, yeah, Super Evolve. It uses up a Super Evolve, but you also need to fuse something. Right, so there is technically 2 constrictions to this. I can understand it. I get it. Yeah, we don't really want too much Drain running around, so like making it like this, I can see why they did it. But hey, at least it has Drain. I guess that's the big thing. At least this archetype gets a Drain. Okay, oh, Obsidian Raven, we already seen. Yeah, deal 7 2 times. Make a subject. Not bad. Don't know if it's going to be the best card. But it is good, yeah. Especially turn 5, like if your opponent evolves something, makes a wide board, then play this, destroy 2 of them. Hopefully that obsessed test subject can kill something too. Not bad. Key Spirit. Key. Select an enemy following the field, deal it 7, deal 4 to the enemy leader. Evolve, select a card in your hand with on spell boost it 4 times. The only thing good about this card is that it can deal 4 damage to the enemy leader. It's another on fanfare hit the leader for something. Very weird that Runecraft has this. Right, because usually this kind of effect belongs to like Dragon and like Abyss. Like they usually always have like a fanfare deal damage to enemy leader. Hell, even Portalcraft has one. I don't even know why Runecraft has one too. That's very weird. Yeah, take 2. Yeah. Oh, here's Sephi. Yeah, we saw Sephi before. Let me add her. Sephi. Okay, and she has an alt art. Let me add that. Sephi alt. There we go. Okay. Oh, one thing I didn't know was, this is different, where it's fused with cards in general. Because I remember talking about how, like, that's crazy. Like, that's just any card in your hand. And then looking back at old Sephi only fused with followers. And I was like, oh. Right, which, you know, makes older Sephi more restrictive. Not that bad though, because I'm assuming you run a bunch of followers anyways. But knowing that they just made it way more easier, that you can just fuse with any card, does make it kind of strange. Because now that I think about it, right, about the old Sephi, it was thematic, right? Because it's Sephi's doing, you know, experiments on followers to turn them into test subjects. Right? Like, as a game design aspect, like, that's very, very thematic. It's amazing. But now that it's fused to any cards, it loses that flavor. And I'm really sad. Man. Why can't they have kept it so flavorful? Why? I miss old Shadowverse. Yeah, it'd be harder for, like, Beyond Roonies. Yeah, I know. But I'm sad. I do not know why Phylene is here. Like, what the heck is this? This has nothing to do with test subjects at all. It's literally just for spell boost. Like, I don't even know what the heck this is for. Not only that, right? Bane, Ward, Aura, no rush. Like, great, you get this down to 0, and then what? Like, I don't understand. She should be in Wardhaven, yeah. Like, the only thing I can think of is putting this, like, yeah, in spell boost to be comboed with, like, Ginger. But, like, you don't... Ginger doesn't need that, though. Because Ginger already has Ana, right? Which Ana is already, like, way better. Wood Song and also Sammy to help, like, draw. There's really no need for this. Especially since, like, Ginger and then, like, with an Evolve. Like, you already have 3 Guardian Golems with Ward. Why do you need Phylene? Why do you need another Ward? You already have a bunch of Ward. I don't know. This is weird. Yeah, I don't know why or what this is for, really. Because, like, spell boost by itself right now, right, doesn't really get that much support. Like, sure, there's this, and then, like, yeah, miscalculated experiment. I don't think that's enough to make Spell Boost good again. At least in rotation. I don't know what this does to Unlimited. Who knows? It's just higher stats. Yeah. Oh, shoot. I forgot to get rid of these. Okay. I realize I'm, like, ranting a bit too much. Oh, oops. That I don't think I'm gonna make it all the way to the end, so I really gotta go faster. Okay. Is Alchemic Flare good in test subject? I don't know. It depends? Yeah, 'cause I don't think test subject really cares that much about board space. Like, sure, they can have one Earth Sigil, like, on board. Like, I guess they don't mind. Alchemic Flare is nice to, like, do 4 damage to something to clear, or, like, the 2 damage to ping late game. I don't know if it's needed. We'll have to see. If anything, it's, Sephi needs a board, like, a game ender. Something to actually finish the game. Because she doesn't have one. I mean, I guess, you know, super evolving a test subject for 8 damage storm. But, like, I don't know. I feel like it needs more. It needs more, I think. Who knows? Right, will board be an issue, really? Who knows? Yeah, no idea. Anyways. Riverclawed Thief. Ah! Thief? I'll just say Thief. Fanfare, if an ally follower attack the leader last turn, give this follower Storm. Last words added to your hand, remove last words. Okay. Yep. Yeah, so instead of if you summoned a condemned follower on the previous turn, they changed it to if a follower attacked a leader on your last turn.
Or stay in the loop with the latest
Which I honestly don't like. Because it would be different if it was... If the enemy was dealt damage on the last turn, give it an effect. And that might have been at least a bit better. Just because, like, currently Dragon does have, like, a lot of burn. But this really... It really wants to do, like, the whole storm thing. We're like, oh, we'll always get storm. Get storm. Because how else are you supposed to hit the leader? Man, this sucks. I wasn't like it's a bad card, but I mean, like, I don't like the playstyle. I think the playstyle sucks. You don't get what this effect means. What's an allied follower attacks the leader on the last turn? Basically, like, if you use the follower to hit the face of the enemy on the last turn. So, so imagine turn 1. Okay, I was gonna use Quick Blader as an example, but right, they don't have a Quick Blader. Well, I guess I can use this one. Yeah. So, turn 1, I play Fire Drake Whelp, and then on turn 2, right, assuming they don't kill it, right, and then I smack. I use the Fire Drake Whelp to hit the enemy leader, right? I hit their face. Then on turn 3, I can play Riverclawed Thief. And because it saw me hit the enemy's face with the Dragon Whelp on the previous turn, then it gives it Storm. So I'll definitely say it is kind of a slow deck, like early game, right? Because Dragon doesn't have an early drop Storm card. At least not really. Compared to like Swordcraft, because they have Quick Blader. But like once it starts going, like they need to make sure that they're hitting face as much as possible to keep getting these additional effects. So it really necessitates the deck having to run a bunch of storm, which I don't really like. Because, like, the whole point of, right, the counterplay you would think is, oh, you gotta kill their, make sure nothing stays alive, right? Because otherwise they'll just hit face and then they get the additional benefits on the next turn. But if they all have storm anyways, clearing board doesn't do anything, right? Because they still get the additional effects because they all have storm. So, like, there's no counterplay to it, which sucks. The only, I guess, the big counterplay is you make a big board, so then you force your opponent to answer it instead of hitting your face. And that's the only way to counterplay it. But that depends on what your opponent does. Right? That's not really on you. That's up to your opponent. Well, I don't really like this kind of gameplay. I really think they should have changed this to something else. Ward is the counterplay. Yep. Yeah, this card is also kind of crazy too. Alright, 2 play point, split 3 between all enemy followers. That's fine. But then, yeah, if you could somewhere in like the mid-late game, like when you are playing a bunch of your storm things, then deal 6 for only 2. Bro, this is a cheaper Hark. What the heck? Yeah, it's Hark and Dragon. Exactly. Yeah, but it is conditional at least, right? So like you can't really expect to proc this early. Unless you really like, yeah, you storm. But this is Dragon's way to deal with big boards. For cheap as well, so you can continue the whole storm onslaught. Parting Jaws. Select 2 cards in your hand, discard them, deal 3 to a random enemy follower and the enemy leader. I feel like this isn't that good. Like, sure, 3 to enemy follower, 3 leader, so it's basically, what is it? Their version of like Tyrannical Fist, right? Like a spell to deal 3 to enemy leader. But you had to discard 2 cards. Bro, this card is a -3. Like, not only you use this, but also 2 other cards. You went -3 just to ping 1 random enemy follower. It's random. You don't even get to select a target. A random enemy follower for only 3 damage, and 3 to enemy leader, and that's it. Bro, what the heck? Yeah, you went -3 to only get 2 to get 2 positive effects out of it. Huh? This isn't good at all. Anyways. Cave Dragon. Cave. If you're an overflow, evolve ambush. Once again, it's I mean, I guess you can play this instead of storm, like to just have a big ambush guy hiding in the back. The downside is that he has 3 defense, which is very little, right? Because we already talked about the game like is baseline 3 damage, right? So, and because there's a lot of cards out there that, you know, does 3 damage, this thing might not actually live. Especially if you're gonna play this on like turn 5. I can definitely see this maybe being played later. Like, yeah, if overflow, then it becomes a 7/5. Right, with ambush. So then a hiding away 5 defense is not that bad. That's pretty good. I guess it depends on what you're up against, though. Right, because now that there's a bunch of like spells that we saw that deal like a bunch of random enemy damage for like a lot, it really depends. And take 2, you rob victories. Honestly, yeah. This is a good take 2 card. The sword had better ambush than ninjas. True. They did. But yeah, it's also weird, right? Like, why is Dragon getting ambushed now? Like, their whole gimmick was intimidate. Why are they getting ambushed? Yeah, ambush was specifically like a sword thing. I don't know, man. Baron Earth Tyrant. I'm such a tyrant. Okay. Fanfare, do this one time. Deal 4 to a random enemy follower. If an ally follower attacked a leader on your last turn, do it 2 times instead. Okay. Evolve, summon a high-spirited marauder. Oh, the guy with Storm. Ah, I see. Once again, it's another 5-cost thing that helps wipe a board. Because it deals 4 twice. You can evolve him to then get rid of a 3rd thing. And you also get a high-spirited marauder to hit phase 2. That's pretty good. That's a good card. Antamaria. I don't like the fact that she's 6 attack. Like, all the other, like, 7-cost things were always 5 attack with, like, Storm. This is the one time they broke tradition and they made it stronger. But I guess maybe because it's situational. Maybe that's why. Because, yeah, she has a base rush, but then she gets Storm if you do the whole gimmick. Don't like the fact that she ignores Ward. Yeah, theoretically, a Super Evolve 9 Storm to face. Hooray! We love Dragon. She's kind of bad. She's okay. Yeah, it's definitely like the whole point. It's like it's aggro sword, aggro dragon, right? Storm, aggro dragon. So then, like leading up to Antamaria, like you should be able to finish off with like 9 attack at that point if you're like really gung ho with being aggro. Well, that's just how it is. It should have been a 5 attack. I know, it really should have. Anyways, next. Normagdala. Am I saying that right? Normagdala. Okay, yeah. I'll just call her Norm for a second. Right, Norm! Fanfare selected mode, draw a card, restore 3 defense to your leader. 2, give all enemy followers on the field -0, -4. On evolve, replicate it. This, yeah. Now there's a good card. I agreed. This is a good card. The ability to just board wipe. Holy shoot. Yeah, -4. Really good. Drawing a card. Yeah, that's good too. And restoring 3 defense. Surprisingly a lot. That is surprisingly a lot of defense. Why is she healing? I guess that's the biggest thing. Why are we giving her a heal? Cause like, honestly, Dragon doesn't really need a heal because their heal was earned, essentially. But I guess maybe because this is, I guess maybe is a replacement for Giln. Dragon needs healing trust. After Giln rotates, it would be a punching bag. I guess that's true. It also really depends on what the meta is like. Because, like, I would definitely say currently right now, yes, they would need heal because, yeah, there's so much, like, mid-range going around. Like, all these decks can go, like, somewhat aggro. However, with all these new cards coming out, it almost seems like we're getting into more of a control playstyle. And if it is more control, right, then Dragon doesn't really need as much for healing. as they can, you know, go about, at least Nor Magdala would be good going in with ramp. I'm sure they will still play this in, aggro dragon. Just in case, like, if you do need a heal or board wipe. More like a just in case. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Now we have a butler. Fanfare, restore 3 defense to your leader, recover 3 play points. Okay, so he's technically a 5 play point, not really an 8. Evolve, selection out of following field, give a +3/+3. Huh? What? What? Huh? What the heck is this for? Okay, alright, okay. Assuming I'm at 10 play points, I play this, I recover 3 play points, so then I have 5 play points left. Is there anything else that's 5 play points that has Storm, so I can evolve the Butler to give it +3/+3? I can't think of anything. I mean, there's the 2, right? High Spirited Marauder. The Ambush Cave Dragon. Oh god. I mean, sure. This is a weird card. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. It's take 2. Okay, Abyss. I'm kind of sad that Abyss kind of mixed two archetypes within Abyss. I kind of don't like that. I kind of wish they like kind of melded together a little bit instead of it's literally just one side is definitely Shadow and the other side is definitely Blood. Like, I kind of wish they blended it a little bit. Like, that was the whole point of making Abyss. A bit sad, but that's okay. Ruthless Blitzer. Aggro. Deal 2 damage to both leaders. Yep, that's definitely an aggro card. Netherworld Lieutenant. I'll just say Netherworld. Last words, summon another one, give it +1/+0 and rush, remove last words from it. Ha! Yeah, it's just a 1/1 guy with last words. Alright, saying that it summons it back and gives it rush makes it seem like you want to deliberately kill it yourself as well. Right? Because then you deliberately kill it, it comes back with rush, and then because it has rush, you can use it to trade into something. I just don't really remember what cards are in here that you can force a destruction of your own. Chains of the Past. Do this one time. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower. Okay, once again, we saw that already. Deal 1 to both leaders. Yep. Enhance 4. Do it 2 times. Yay! A bit of board clearing. And also pinging opponent. As well as yourself. But another aggro. Reaper's Due. Select, oh yeah, we saw this before. He gives something last words. Nice. Spooky Surprise. This card sucks. A ghost and a rotting zombie. Wow. If only this wasn't 4 play points. Bro, why is this so expensive? Bro, for 4 play points, I want a lot more than just this. Ain't no way. The 1? Okay, obviously not a 1. Then it'd be too broken. But, like, I understand why they had to make it bigger, because, like, Rotting Zombie is already a 3. Right, so they can't just make this a 3, because then that's just a better Rotting Zombie. So I understand why they had to make it a 4. But, like, could you add more stuff? Like, can I not summon a skeleton too? Like, can I summon a ghost skeleton and a rotting zombie for 4? That'd be at least a bit better. It's like Ghastly Soiree, but instead of putting them into your hand, you just have it on board. Bats? Oh, you can do bats too. Although maybe they don't want bats because they want to restrict drain. After all, we already have so much bat generators. But who knows? Void Kernel. 4/6 with Ward, and I'm glad that he has Crystallize. Because I do remember this card from Shadowverse Classic. He did have Crystallize before. Yay! I don't know how I feel that his countdown is 4. I feel like that's quite a long time. Like, I don't mind playing this on turn 2. Then it's like, great, right? I can wait. Right, that's fine. But then, like, later on in turns, am I willing to pay 6? Just have a 4/6 with Ward. I mean, it does have Last Word's Destroy Reanimating Follower, but, like, I need to proc that myself. And once again, I actually don't remember what cards we have that kills our own guys. So yeah, that's something I want to see. I mean, we're getting there. We're getting there. Alright, Rampaging Commander. I'll just say Rampage. Fanfare, deal 3 to all enemy followers, deal 3 to both leaders. Okay, once again. A board wipe and also pinging both. Another aggro card. Super Evolve, draw 2, deal 1 damage to both leaders. Okay, and it's a card draw. Okay, cool. Once again, we're always pinging. Hooray! Sparkly Demoness. Select an enemy following field, destroy it, deal 2 to the enemy leader. Kinda sad that it only destroys one thing. Yeah, for 7 play points, 7/7, just destroy 1 and deal 2. Dealing 2 is fine, but then I kinda wish it got rid of more things rather than just 1. Here's Istandet and Mitiliket. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Fanfare, do this 3 times, reanimate 2, deal 2 damage to all enemy followers. Great! Yeah, you board wipe. And yeah, this is the biggest thing. I don't know what you're supposed to reanimate with this. Like, what exactly is the 2 play point that you want to reanimate? Like, sure, there's Ruthless Blitzer, but he's on Fanfare. A Netherworld Lieutenant, I guess? But he's a 1/1, which is unfortunate. I mean, you could force something, right, with Reaper's Due. Another 2 play point thing I can think of is... Lulumi, right? The 2/1 with Rush that last words makes a bat. I feel like that's also a good 2 as well. Reanimate Hamza. Okay. And the Super Evolve gain a crest at the end of return. It's an allied follower of the field with last words. Destroy a random ally with last words and a random follower. That's great. The neutral that pings the enemy leader. There is? I need to like look up all the other previous 2 cost things, because I actually have no idea. The downside is like, at least among the, you know, the quote-unquote Shadowcraft part of this archetype, there's no finisher, which I guess makes sense because like I guess they don't really need one because Abysscraft already has a bunch of other finishers. Right, this is just more like last word synergies and help deal with board. Like, it really is more like a controlling thing. and then you use something else to help finish the game. Because, like, yeah, Netherworld Lieutenant is just the last word guy. That's all he does. Reaper's Zoo just giving something last word, and that's it. Void Kernel, destroy something, restores defense. Right? Like, none of these deal damage. At least in the, Shadowcraft portion of Abyss. So it's very weird. Yeah, all the damage is coming from the Bloodcraft part of Abyss. And, this thing. Another big storm guy. Again. Item in hand at the end of turn if your leader's defense is 12 or less, reduce the cost of this by 1. Select a mode, give this follower storm, deal 2 to your leader, give this follower ward, deal 8 to all enemy followers. So it's either a board wipe or 8 to face. With super, that's 11, which is a lot. And seeing like all these cards like already pinging the enemy so much, and also pinging yourself, reaching 12 seems to be quite easy. And getting your opponents down to 11 also maybe seems quite easy. The scary thing is that you are at 12. Right? Especially since, like, if you don't heal yourself as well, like, you might be... And, like, the enemy hitting your face as well. Maybe being at 12 is pretty risky. Why 12 and not 10? Well, I feel like it's better than 10, to be honest. Like, I'd rather not have it at 10. 10 is way too scary. Like, at least with 12, it's more doable. And you're at least somewhat safe. I say somewhat, right? Because there's so many other decks out there that, like, they can reach this threshold already. It's a high roll aggro Abyss. It really is. Yeah, it really is. But to be honest, you don't even need to reduce this card by 1. Like, you can literally just have this as an 8 cost 8/8 storm. Like, you don't have to reduce the cost. Like, there's really no need to reduce it. Unless your game plan is to have 2 of these, and then you're comboing both of them together. Right, so if you have 2 Gyarados versus Zets in hand, right, you reduce them down to 5, right, and then that's what? 11 plus 8, that's 19. Right, 19 storm damage. So, I mean, if that's what you want to do, I guess. But yeah, I can definitely just see this being played as just an 8 storm. Like, you don't have to do this whole leader defense being 12 or less to reduce the cost. Just having an 8 playpoint 8 storm is also really good too. Right, yeah. Yep. Okay, I really have to blaze through now. I do realize I'm running out of time. Vow of Devotion, select a mode. If there's an allied card on the field with the base cost of 6 or more, activate all of them instead. Deal 3 damage to random enemy follower, restore 3 defense to your leader. Yeah, 1 play point, deal 3 to a random enemy follower. That's the base thing that we saw before. Restoring 2 defense. I remember before I was like, this is really random. But reading like the actual other cards, there's like, oh, I see, because there's payoffs to restoring your defense. But yeah, this good card for at least this archetype. And you can use the one early to just get rid of something, and then late game, right, use both. Right, you can ping something while also triggering stuff for restoring your defense. For only 1 play point, that's pretty good. Next, Follower of the Tenets. 2/2 with Ward. A 2/2/2, yeah. During your turn, when your leader's defense is restored, evolve this follower. That's basically a free evo. Like, Havencraft has so many ways to restore defense that this is basically a free evolve. Very easy. Okay, cool. Amazing. Roaring Basilica. 2 play point amulet, countdown 3. Last word, summon a Holy Flame Tiger, deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower. Engage 3, advances amulets count by 3. That's kind of weird. That, you know, the base amount of play points you have to engage this is 3, which is honestly a lot. But I guess it's not that bad. Right, because turn 2, and then on 3, if you don't have a turn 3 play, you can just play point, get rid of something while also having a 4/4 body. But I can also see this maybe being played on turn 5, where like you need to ping something for 4 to kill it, and then trade in the tiger with another thing, so you can at least get rid of 2 bodies on turn 5. Possible. Agent of Testaments. 3/1/4 with ambush for a turn. Yeah, give this follower ambush until the end of your turn. At the end of your turn, restore 1 defense to your leader. Once again, just another way to restore defense. And ambush. I do remember this being played in Heal Haven in Shadowverse Classic. Other than that, yeah, restoring 1 defense to your leader. I mean, it forces your opponent to try to get rid of this. Right, because then if they just ignore it and just hit your face, it doesn't matter, because like you're like, oh, I can just continuously chip heal. So it really just expects your opponent to get rid of this. Miraculous Almirage. 3/2/1 with Storm. Crystallize 1, countdown 3, last word, summon a Miraculous Almirage, engage 1, advances aimless count by 1. I don't really know why this has Crystallize. Because it costs 3. It's already relatively cheap. And yet they made it even cheaper? Like, if this had a higher base cost, that would more reasonably be like why you'd want to crystallize it. But having 1 and then 3, like, it's way too close. Why did they do this? This is so weird. The only thing I can see this being used for is, yeah, Amulet Haven. So with Bird, you also have this amulet as well. So then you have, yeah, more chances to get Storm. Yes, another Bird amulet, exactly, yeah. So yeah, I mean, sure. Sure. Periton. Periton or Periton? I don't know how to pronounce this thing. The heck is this? It's a deer with wings. Summon 2 copies of it. Rush. 6 cost 3/4. Okay. Sure. Not good. Here's a Ralde. On 6, yeah, Fanfare, select enemy follower, destroy it. On Evolve, gain a crest. At the end of your turn, if there's an allied card on the field with base cost 6 or more, which is him, deal 1 to the enemy leader and restore 1 defense to your leader. Great! Chip damage and chip heal. Yay! Right, one thing I did realize was allied card. I thought this meant, I thought it was only allied followers, but no, it's a card. So amulets also count. And I never really thought about that until, yeah, I read carefully on it. Speaking of 6 costs, here's another one. Omario. This is the guy with the, what is it? The whole amulet support, where anytime an allied amulet gets destroyed, you do this in sequence. Deal 3 to 2 enemy followers, restore 2 to your leader, and summon a falcon. Yay! Bird! And then on evolve, destroy all allied amulets. Hooray! Skullbane is back. Juratio. This is the unholy vessel coming back. On fanfare, destroy all followers. Then you can engage one to draw a card, restore a defensive leader, or just leave it on board. So Aralde has a thing to always ping. It's always just little pings. And Executor of the Vow. Oh, Executors? Sorry. Executor. Not Executor. Fanfare, restore 2 defensive leader. Kind of random. 6/6 with Ward. During your turn, whenever your leader's defensive is stored, destroy a random enemy follower. Oh, that's why it has it. I see. Super Evolve, replicate it. Okay. Yeah, this is also kind of crazy because it's not like a once per turn, right? Like compared to other cards. Like this just keeps going, which is actually kind of insane. So yeah, with the 7, you already restore defense. You already destroy something. You can then end your turn with a Ralde crest, and then destroy another thing because you heal. You can super to then restore again, destroy another thing. He becomes a 9/9. You can destroy something else too. Yeah, this is insane removal. It's a lot. Yeah, theoretically you can get rid of 4 things. That's amazing. It does use a super, but doesn't matter because what is it? It really does seem to only be was amulet support, right? Because Aralde himself, he just pings damage, right? Just by having a base cost of 6. So he himself doesn't actually have a finisher, right? Neither does Amerio either, right? Because his damage is this Holy Falcon, and it's only 2 damage. Yeah, it really does expect you to be doing the whole Lion Toth. Yeah, there is no other thing other than like this storm, sure. Okay, and then I have 4 minutes left. Oof, we gotta quickly go through this all. I mean, what's there to even say? I feel like Highlander Portal is total bait. I feel like this archetype just sucks. In my opinion. Like I'm sorry. I don't think it's gonna be good. I was really hoping there to be a tutor for Cutthroat, but there never was one. So like you're really just boned to if you draw a Cutthroat or not. Like no tutor. How the heck are you supposed to get Cutthroat? Like this is the same problem with Enhance, right? There's no tutor for Yidmetra. So how do you expect Enhanced Sword to be a thing? Like I don't understand. Anyways, if there's no duplicates in your deck, deal 5 and it has Rush, which is weird because it's a 1/1. I don't know why this thing has Rush. Dealing 5 is for 1 play point isn't bad. I'm like, okay, that's great. You can help clear stuff, assuming you meet the condition. Early game, like yeah, turn 1, you're playing this 1/1 with Rush. I feel like that's not sure. Just have a 1/1 body. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know why it needs Rush. Very strange. Disgraceful Banishment. This is a good draw card if you can get the no duplicate condition in. Here's Cutthroat. Why isn't there a way to tutor him? Why? Like, the only other way to really make the deck function is you run him as 1. As you make him a 1 of 2. Like, I don't understand how you're supposed to play this deck. There's no way to Yeah, there's no way to tutor him, so therefore, if there's just, you know, 3 of him in your deck, none of these effects proc, therefore he doesn't do anything. I mean, he's not helping. And then when you do have him, you can banish, that's great. Or just be a Highlander deck from the very get-go. And hooray! Now, it will always proc. Not that it matters, because you're only running one of these things anyways, and there's not even that good of a payoff. These payoffs kind of suck. Twin Drum Engineer, 4/3/3. Fanfare, summon an analyzing artifact, evolve, replicate. This sucks. 4 play points for a 3/3 and you summon a 1/1. Wow, that's so good for 4 play points. You can do so much. If you couldn't tell, I was being sarcastic. Bodyguard is nice to have. Like, deal 4, restore 4, 4/4 ward. That's nice mid-game, right? You heal, you also clear something, you have ward 2. If you get this condition. If not, then it's just a 4/4 ward on turn 4. Soulforge. A good card. Destroy all enemy followers if there's no duplicates. Hooray! Good board clear. If you meet the condition. If not, 4 play point, just destroy 1 guy. I guess this was supposed to be the payoff? Because this is your storm? Only 3 attack? This thing sucks. You super it, and then you get 6 attack. Wow! This thing costs 5 already. You destroy something and give it storm. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, 6 is not bad, I guess, if you want to super it, but like, there's no point. You'd rather save your super for like something better. Like if you're playing Highlander, like you're probably using super for something else. Like Camisilla. Or Scarlet. Because I'm assuming you're going to be running artifacts to help draw your cards. Because how else, like you gotta make more analyzing artifacts. Blade Puppeteer. Why is this here? What the heck? Whenever an allied puppetry follower enters, deal 1 to the enemy leader. This is so random. Okay, great. We now have ping in Puppet. Puppet doesn't exist. It did exist. Not anymore. Why are we pinging with puppets? I don't know. Very strange. Dimensional Selection. Select a mode. Deal 5 to all enemy followers. Summon 2 copies of Mystic Artifact. Board Wipe is nice. 6 play points board wipe. Pretty good. Summoning 2 copies of Mystic Artifact. Seems a bit slow. But I guess this is like one of the cards that I saw that like is supposed to fit in the whole Azvaldt and Zerael invoke. Right, because like, yeah, Portalcraft doesn't really have a good 6 play point thing. And I guess this is their 6 play point thing. Where either board wipe or set up a board of 2 Mystic Artifacts. With 2 4/5 wards. Which is okay, not bad. Like, I don't know what else you're going to be doing on turn 6. At least going second, right? Mew would be your super evolve. Because at least going second, that's when you get, going second, that's when you get your super evolve turn on turn 6. But then going first? Yeah, turn 6, you don't really have that good of a play. So I guess this is it. But even then, like, this isn't, I don't think this is a 3 of. It's a 1 or a 2. Possibly 1, actually. And then lastly, Izeden, whatever his name is. And then his Kurzile form. Let me get that. Kurzile alts. Okay. I don't know why he's artifact support. This is weird. A fanfare summon a warden, which is a 3/3. 3/3 with ward, where last words restore 2 defense. Okay, so at least it heals. But why is it on super he replicates? Why not just regular evolve? It doesn't need to be a super. Like, sure, he's an 8/8 and he's protected by 2 wardens. I mean, that's great whenever an allied artifact follower enters the field, you destroy an enemy follower. That's pretty good. So you get to destroy 2 things, and then with a 3rd with super. But I feel like it doesn't need super. It really doesn't need super. This could have just been a regular Evo, not even a super. I mean, it's also more of a... Right, you're using the super to be passive. Right? Like, it's not a super to be active. Like, this is this is giving, Caesar. This is pretty much Portal's Caesar. Right? 7 play points on super, you get to destroy 2 things off of this effect, and then, like, also he himself can smack into something. Basically Caesar. Because you make 2 guys. I mean, it heals, I guess. Like, sure, this is how you heal. I don't know. I mean, I can definitely see mid-range. Yeah, Artifact Portal running this. Not as a 3-of, once again, but, like, as a 1 or a 2. After all, like, you really want to use your super for, like, Scarlet. Yeah, I know Warden has Artifact. That's why I said you destroy 2 things. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's great that it's another name for Scarlet. So you can do possibly 4 damage AoE instead of 3. I don't really know how big that's gonna be, though. It really depends. Like, I really need to search up all the other, like, cards and, like, when they summon additional guys, like, how big are they? Like, 3 is definitely kind of the baseline, right? Especially with, like, Althenia, with the 3/3 ward fairies. And then now we also have Warden the Trigger, who's also a 3/3 ward. Caesar's kind of like the only exception, right? Because he buffs them to be 5s. But yeah. Honestly, 3 seems to just be good enough. Yeah, there's no need to do 4. It's decent, but yeah, it needs emergency tech. Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, to help board clear and heal. That's it. But yeah. Okay, final thoughts before I end stream. Out of the neutral... Oh, God. Out of the neutral, I feel like only Jailer is gonna see play. Not for him being as a follower, but specifically because he's a 1 play point smack something for 2. Because that helps with combo with Forest, which is basically just Theste support. So hopefully buff Forest becomes a thing. I really want them to pop off. 1 playpoint spell thing also helps with Control Sword. I really want this to pop off. Just because I feel like this is... It's a unique take on the flag. And also a unique take on the playstyle of Sword. Right? Being more control rather than just summon guys. Test subjects, I hope, is good. I'm kind of iffy about the test subjects for now. I can definitely see it being good, like, once you hit the quest. and then you just summon a bunch of test subjects where they're all just 5/5s. That is fun, right? Because like it's the thing of like, does your opponent have the answers to clear a bunch of 5/5s? So I can definitely see it being good, because like if your opponent can't, then that's a lot of like 5/5s that stick with their damage. So yeah, once you hit that thing, and then you just make a bunch of 5/5s, and then hopefully your opponent doesn't clear all of those. I don't know if sword players will like it. Well, I like it. Because I'm a weird person. Because for me, I don't have a favorite craft. I just have favorite archetypes and like favorite play styles. So like I honestly don't feel joy in just putting out a bunch of rally guys. Like I honestly don't find that fun. I don't like that. But something like this kind of style, I kind of like. Like it is very different from what sword is. I don't like too control-y stuff. It really just depends. I mean, that also explains why I like egg. Right? Like egg was one of my favorite archetypes. And like this kind of reminds me of egg, because you're having a bunch of amulets and they just ping a bunch, and it's a very controlling playstyle. Dragon, I am not a huge fan of, because it's just going to be aggro dragon, and I don't like aggro dragon. I mean, I guess it's at least a bit different from ramp dragon, because instead of just waiting, it's more proactive. However, it doesn't seem like it's that fun to play against, to be honest. Aggro Abyss definitely seems like it might be a problem, because it's just a bunch of pinging things, and that's just really annoying. Not exactly sure how Istandet is gonna play into all this. I honestly feel like Abyss is only gonna be the aggro ping thing. I feel like Istandet and the whole last word thing is probably just gonna like disappear. Like I don't think it's gonna be that important. I feel like it's just gonna be all in on like the aggro. That's just my opinion. Haven, I mean, it's just amulet support. It really is just continue with Lion Toth. I mean, I guess the great thing is that they actually have followers that they want to play now, right? With Araldi Crest, Omerio with comboing with a bunch of the amulets being destroyed, Executor just healing and also clearing boards. They might not even run this guy, to be honest. They might just run these two new followers, and that's it. Then all the rest is just amulets. And then Portal's bait. I don't think I'm gonna see this at all. Well, except Izadin. Izadin being in like artifact Portal, and that's it. I don't think I'm gonna see any of these other cards. Okay. I think it could be good at least, but really relies on old stuff. Yeah. Yeah. That is what it seems to be most of the cards that are on here. Right? Because, yeah, Forest is definitely... It relies on Theste. Like, all this is just support for Theste. Yeah, Abyss and Dragon really depends on... It relies on the old... Storm stuff. And, like, the other pings. Yeah, Amulet caring... Oh, sorry, not Amulet. Haven caring about all the previous Amulet stuff. I guess Rune is, like, the only one that maybe it's okay by itself. Right? Because Sephi just does test subjects. And... no previous archetype is really obvious in knowing what synergizes with test subjects. Yeah, I would say Runecraft is kind of unique on their own. They don't really need to rely too much on the previous stuff. Sword does, right? Because they want spells. So it really all depends on the gold coins. And yeah, okay. Well, we shall see you all tomorrow. I now have all the cards. I will make a tier list for the Smasher Pass. Right, you all saw the glimpse of the cards, that's great. But then we're gonna put it all into the Smasher Pass list tomorrow. Alright. Same time as usual. 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So do the time conversion yourself, because I don't know where you live. Milkman Yen better be top tier. Well, you better be sure to be there when we do it. I'm sure he's gonna be top tier. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be Smash. Alright, see you guys then. Bye.